Faith without work is death. The woman that I gave prophecy that is looking for child, there are steps of prophecy. There are steps you need to follow. If they say they give a prophecy that you have a baby, first thing first, is your husband around?
Okay.
Then you sow the seed. The Lord wants you to sow a seed. He never forced you to sow a seed. And you sow a seed. It is left for you to keep praying.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Sir, please, I learned you are a pastor.
By the special grace of God, I am.
All right. Please, before I go into details why I invited you down to this place, I would first of all appreciate you for honoring my invitation. Thank you very much for coming. Please, do you know these two young lady and this guy here?
Yes, I know them. They are my members.
All right, that means we are on the right track. Sir, please, there is a story this guy here, younger sister, brought to my table. Her name is Maxine. Concerning what is happening in the life of her brother. She told me that her brother was doing so fine, was perfectly excelling in her business, in all his endeavors, taking care of them, the family, and every other thing not until he met this said pastor. And ever since he met this said pastor, things changed around them. And he stopped doing the things he used to do for them. He said that one day they went to this church and the pastor told the brother, okay, let me be brief. The bottom line of what the pastor told the brother was all about giving, sowing of seed. And the pastor went ahead to tell the brother that there is something coming on his way and he needs to sow a seed that will cost him something. A seed that will depart from him and he will know that, yes, something left me. The girl said that when they got home, they started contemplating on what to use as that seed. The brother said he's going to offer his car. Then the sister said no. It is better they give money. But at the end of everything, the brother decided to offer that car as a seed to the pastor. So he said that he didn't stop at that. That as time goes on, the brother still used his only piece of land that he was supposed to build on to sow seed to the church as well. That was when they started suspecting that this thing is not ordinary. That there is nothing they will tell their brother concerning this thing he's doing, that he will believe or listen to them. Yes, he said that the brother has gone far as selling his properties just to use that money to sow seed to the pastor. She said so many things to us that I can't start giving you in details, because if I start in details, we will not live here today. So she said that she watched one of our program that is similar to what is happening between her brother and this said pastor. What is the program? Our program that she watched? It's a program where a young guy used the 2 plot of land their late father left for him and his younger brother and gifted it to a prophetess, gifted it to the church. And at the end of the day, it happened that the prophetess used metaphorical way to take that land from that young man. So after telling us all these stories, Messiah looked into it, and Messiah said he will love to hear this story from the horse's mouth. Yes. He still said that, yes, that to sow seed in the house of God is not a crime. But he said that some prophetess, some prophets, some pastors, and the rest of them, they use this means to take things from their members, such as their properties, their money, and the rest of them. He said that we should invite the young guy, and we ended up inviting the young guy. When this young guy came here, I told him what the younger sister Mercy said to us and asked him what he has to say about this thing. For some seconds, he was speechless. He said that everything the sister said to us is nothing but the truth. That a friend invited him to this particular church. That as the preaching was going on, the pastor pointed at him and told him that he should see him after the service, that there is something God wants to do in his life. According to him, I'm being brief. According to him, he said after the service, he went to see this pastor. That was when the pastor told him that there is a very huge miracle God wants to do in his life. But he has to sow a seed that will cost him something that he will sow and he will feel the impact in his life, just to open the doors of those miracles, of the things God wants to do in his life. That was when they started thinking on what, after the meeting, he went home and started thinking on what to use to sow this seed. At the end of the day, after the argument between him and the sister, he decided to use his car he bought barely 2 months ago to sow a seed to this pastor. And the pastor told him that in the next 6 months, that he's going to have that car times 2. Yes, that was what the pastor told him. 6 months passed, nothing to show for it. 8 months, nothing to show for it. A year, he could not even afford a bicycle spoke, not to talk of affording the bicycle as a whole. Then he went back to this pastor and complained to him that look at what is happening. And the pastor went ahead to tell him that he should be patient, that God works in a mysterious way. That there are things God is doing on his behalf that he is not seeing. That in fact, that the church needs to expand the church, as in there needs a branch of their church somewhere, and told him that he should sow a seed, that what he has been given has not moved God, that he should sow a seed with that land he purchased. But before then, he told us that when he wanted to purchase this land, or after purchasing that, he came to this pastor and told him about the land, and the pastor blessed that piece of land for him. But at the end of the day, the pastor requested from him to sow that land as a seed, that in the next 3 months, that he will have that piece of land times 10. My brother said it has been more than a year, nothing to show for it, that all the things the pastor said to him is not coming to pass. Rather, he started going down and down. He said that is not the money he gives to this pastor. He said sometimes he gives 100k, 200k, 500, 700, 50,000 just to support this pastor in what he's doing, because the pastor sounds so sure of what he's saying. He sounds so real. And he believed this pastor, he trusts in this pastor. He keep on giving these things. But at the end of the day, when things became worse, when what the pastor told him wasn't coming to pass, he reached out to this pastor and told him that, Pastor, these things you told me, things are getting worse instead of getting good, better. The pastor still told him the same story. After the whole story, he left the church. As he was going out, he met this lady crying in the church premises. He wanted to leave, but his mind told him to go and meet this lady and hear and ask her why she was crying. When he got to this lady, the lady started telling him her own side of the story. That she has been married for some years without a child. And for that reason, the sister-in-law and the mother-in-law has been on her neck. And they want to throw her out from her matrimonial home, from her husband's house. Then she had no choice but to set out for solution. She started walking from one place to another in search of solution. And she found herself in this pastor's church, who told her that God is going to bless her with her own child if only she will sow a seed. Yes, she told us that her husband sent her money to complete their building project. And finally, she decided to use that money to sow seed because she was so desperate to having a child to call her own, so that she will not be sent out from her matrimonial home. When the stuff is not forthcoming, she went back to this pastor. But before then, the cash she has been begging her husband for, just to assist her in her movement, in running some errand that the husband bought for her, which the pastor even prayed upon. Then the pastor told her that she has not sowed a seed that will move God, that she has not sowed a seed that will move mountain, that she has not sowed a seed that will push God to react or to act. The woman asked her, okay, what seed, or do you have anything in mind? Do you know what this seed is all about? The pastor said, the car. And the woman used that car her husband sent to her to sow a seed in the church. But after everything, pregnancy was not forthcoming. Nothing. In as much as she wasn't with her husband, the husband lives abroad while she's here, but there was absolutely nothing to show for it. Like that one wasn't enough. She told us about this her friend who has been looking for husband for years now. Yes. She told us that this her friend is a good lady. That when it comes to character, she's top notch, as in she's number one. And she's qualified. She has all the quality to be called a wife, but no man comes to her. She invited her to this pastor, and the lady told us that after meeting this pastor, the pastor told her that he was going to plant something in her that will make her to have, as in that will make her to marry as soon as possible. After the counseling, they exchanged number. The lady went home. The pastor called her later in the day and asked her to meet him somewhere. Then the lady went there. It happens to be a hotel. They sat at the bar. The pastor asked her what she would like to take. She said anything. What can she take? The pastor asked her to take, even if it was alcohol, that she should feel free and take whatever she wants to take. and she decided to take alcohol. At 8 or 9 o'clock, she told the pastor that she wants to go. PM, 8 or 9 PM, she told the pastor that she wants to go. The pastor asked her to relax. Then she relaxed and continued. By 10, 11 PM, she told the pastor that she wants to go. The pastor asked her to come into the hotel room. They went into the hotel room and the pastor started touching her a kind of. And she was like, what is going on? The pastor told her that, is she a baby? That she should understand that that I told you that I'm going to plant something in you. Then the lady relaxed. That was how the pastor started sleeping with her for close to 1 year or more than 1 year even. But there is no sign of husband coming. In as much as the pastor told her that in 2 months or thereabout, that she will date a man and immediately the woman will marry her straight. But nothing to show for it. So when they came to us and after narrating their story to us, I invited my seer into their cases. I'm trying to summarize everything. That's why I'm not going in details one after the other. When my seer looked into this very issue, my seer said that yes, what these people are saying is nothing but the truth. Yes, the guy said everything he gave to the pastor that he gave with his clear eye, because I asked my seer if what this guy is doing, if all of them are doing this thing with a clear eye. He said yes, they did all that with their clear eye. That what the pastor do is to brainwash them into giving what they gave. That when you come to this man of God, this pastor's church, he will first of all examine you and know your worth before he will approach you. He will start prophesying to you that is what the pastor, that there is nothing like the oracle. He didn't use any charm against them, but he brainwashed them. He used them into using their property, things they have to sow a seed in this church. Then he requested that we invite this pastor down to this place to tell us his own side of the story. Come closer. His own side of the story. Then I collected a number and I called. It happens to be you. So for God's sake, what do you have to say concerning what these 4 persons, Maxine, Ekene, Mrs. Gradis, and this one here, what do you have to say concerning what they said against you, about you?
First, I appreciate your courage of inviting me.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm a man of God.
Okay.
If I should go by what you said, what I heard you said they said I brainwashed them.
My seer said so, not them.
Okay, your seer said so. Yeah. Who is your seer?
My seer is beside them here is my seer, who by grace of God, he sees secret and deep things, and he also know when someone is telling lies. Be you who. And behind you there is camera. We are recording this program and the world is watching. So that's my seer.
Let me correct one impression here.
Okay.
I am a man of God.
Okay.
With gifts.
Okay.
I have gift of seeing.
Okay.
When that young man stepped into my church,
okay,
on the day I was having a program,
okay,
the Holy Spirit ministered something to me.
Okay.
I called him out.
Okay.
And I gave him exactly the message I was given to give to him.
Okay.
Now, according to what you said, he said that he has sold so many seeds, yes, his cars, his money, and this and this. His land. Now, yes, there are principles that works with prophecy.
Okay.
That I prophesy to you that you will become rich does not mean you should take a gun and start robbing people. No, you are going wrong. You are going out of your way.
Okay.
When a prophecy is given to you, you are meant to abide and do things that are right.
Okay.
It's just like when they said you will become a policeman in future, you start arresting people because they give you a prophecy. No, God does not work that way. Prophecy does not work that way. And when it comes to a seed, he says that they did it with their own clear eye.
Yes.
There was no force in anything. There was no that, but I see a lot. Even as we are standing here, I can tell you what I see.
Okay.
Now, they have given them what to do. The boy is in your court. You can choose to do it. You can choose not to do it. But it's better for you to choose not to do it than after doing it, you go against the principle that works with the prophecy.
Which is,
For example, they said, give and something is going to happen to you under 6 months.
okay.
And they say you should keep praying. They give you fasting and praying. They give you days that you should pray, days you should call on the Holy Spirit. And because they have said you are going to make it under 6 months, you started lavishing your life. You started drinking. You don't pray. You don't do things. You don't ask God. No, let me tell you, faith without work is death.
are you trying to tell me that when you gave them this prophecy, the young man started lavishing his life, started living an extravagant life and not praying?
Even as I'm standing here, I'm seeing a lot of things the young man went wrong with.
What are you seeing?
They give him a prophecy of how things is going to work with him, but he went ahead to do somebody.
He went ahead to do something.
Yes, lying against somebody.
How?
Yeah.
What is he saying? What are you saying?
He said you do somebody or you like.
Who was that? Can you see? You have visions, right? Tell me who it was. And he was saying something about giving me prayers. He never gave me any portion of the Bible to pray with. He never asked me to pray. He just told me that everything will be fine. He just gave me fake promises. And you are here. You lie.
Young man, listen.
Okay, calm down. Okay, you hear what he said?
I heard what he said. Young man, listen. You don't cross the road for an adult. If they give you a prophecy, it is left for you to walk and ask God. Let it be done. In the Bible, Moses saw the promised land, but he never entered it.
Meaning,
it's a prophecy. You will take these people to the promised land. This is what you need to do, what to do. But Moses go against it and he died on the way. He saw the promised land, but he didn't get there.
So, Pastor, what are you trying to tell us?
I am coming. You made mention of about the girl that I said I will plan something. Who is standing by the other side?
What about the woman who you collected her car that is looking for fruit of womb, that used the money her husband sent to her to sow a seed, and you also requested for the car the husband bought for her that she needs to sow a seed that will push God into action? What about her?
Good.
If this young man, you gave him prophecy and he went and started living an extravagant life that made the prophecy not to come to pass, what about the woman?
There's something I said here. I said faith without work is death. The woman that I gave prophecy that is looking for child, there are steps of prophecy. There are steps you need to follow. If they say they give a prophecy that you have a baby, first thing first, is your husband around?
Okay.
Then you sow the seed. The Lord wants you to sow a seed. He never forced you to sow a seed. And you sow a seed. It is left for you to keep praying and doing the things you need to. Not like when the prophecy is given to you, you went to your house and start sleeping without walking to. No.
So you are trying to tell us that because the husband is not around, that is the reason why the prophecy has not come to its fulfillment.
My brother, can you enter your house without opening the door? You can't.
Okay, Pastor. Calm down. You heard what he said.
But he knew my husband was not around. And I told him my husband does not stay in this country. So why didn't he explain all this to me before telling me to sow a seed, bring my car, bring the money for the project, do this, do that? If not, I started asking myself questions. So why didn't he tell me?
Okay, you heard what he said.
I listen.
Why didn't he explain all this to me?
You said he knew
He knew I was desperate. So maybe because I was desperate, maybe I was not thinking straight. So why didn't he make me reason something like that before asking me to sow seed, and seed?
Okay. So, Pastor, you heard what he said.
I heard everything she said.
Okay.
Now, how do you define desperate? How do you define desperate? Now, she came. I gave her a prophecy. After praying for her, I told her what I exactly saw, that she's going to have a baby boy, a bouncing baby boy. That whenever her husband is around, let them make sure they do what the married people are supposed to do.
So he told her this.
I told her everything. You know,
You hear what he said?
We never had this line of discussion at
Don't
all.
him.
God, how can this man be a pastor and he lies so well like this? Perfectly well.
So he never told you that when your husband comes.
We never had any discussion like this. Never.
Okay, Pastor, you hear what she said?
I had everything. You see, even when Christ was on earth, there are many tribulations, there are many attacks. I'm not surprised I'm getting this, because this might be coming from the pit of the devils at work.
Oh, really?
And let me tell you, they won't get me.
Really?
All right. And
The devil was
you
not at work when you were collecting seed from me.
listen,
Now the devil is at work.
in every organization, there are things you do to provoke the Spirit of God.
Oh, really?
There are things you do
Okay.
for God to come.
Okay.
Okay.
Even in the Bible, when the children of Israelite God told Moses to take them out of Egypt.
Mm.
And when God wants to kill first sons of Egypt, he said something to Moses. He said, kill something and rub oil blood on the door. When I see it, I will pass it. I will know these are my people. Now, these are prophecies. These are solutions. Assuming that Moses did not do what God said he should do, God would have killed every person in that place. So if God gives them a prophecy, I am directed to say, this is what God said I should say to you. And if you are not following it, then it is your problem.
Okay, Pastor, I heard what you said. I heard what you said so well. Come a little bit closer. Pastor, let me say, calm down. Let me say that you've won in the case of Ekene, the young guy. I'm coming, Ekene. Relax, I'm coming. You've won in the case of Ekene, and you've won in the case of Mrs. Gladys. What about this young lady who you said you were going to plant something in her that will make her to marry under 2 months? And the end of the day, it turns out that the thing you are ought to plant with her is by sleeping with her. And you have been sleeping with this young lady for a very long time, as in for years. And nothing, as in, let me say for a year, and you said that is a year and okay, you have been sleeping with her for a year and nothing to show for it. No husband is coming, nothing, and now she's pregnant for you, and you are asking her to remove the pregnancy or eggs. She will not like what you will do to her. So if you won in the case of Mrs. Gladys and Ekene, what about this lady here that is pregnant for you right now?
Listen, my brother.
I'm tired of taking pills. I got tired of taking what is giving me.
When this lady stepped into my church with the search of looking for a husband,
Okay.
the Holy Spirit ministers to me, which I prophesied about what I say, or rather what I saw.
Okay.
I told her that she has to undergo 7 days program, 7 days prayer,
In your
which
hotel
I
room.
gave her. Now,
In your
hotel room.
hold on, I'm coming. Now, I'm a man of God.
Okay.
If we are doing programs, we lodge in hotels.
Really?
And anybody that wants to come and see us, once we have left the church auditorium, we are going to rest in our toilet. And when you come, being the kind of person we are, we said you should stay at the bar, or you take anything, or if you want to come up. When this lady come to my room, I told her a lot of things she needs to know. I told her that go through this. This is what you need to do. Always pray afternoon and night. And this is what God is going to do in your life. Now, after prophecy, I found out that this lady, there's a day she came, I said, you are not doing what the God said you do. Why are you visiting all the club's house? Do you think you're going to find a man in a club? No, it doesn't work like that. And I am here. And I
sleep with her or not?
Listen.
Me, I don't even
Let's calm down.
before.
Oh yeah, you people should calm down. Relax. Wait. Ekene, relax.
This is not making it easy.
Mrs. Gladys.
Because of all our money.
Mrs. Gladys, relax. Pastor, calm down. I'm coming.
And the money for the project. That is why I'm standing.
And me, once I'm concerned, he's not living here. He's not living here.
I'm not hearing them.
Oh yeah, you people should calm down. Pastor, relax. I'm coming. Madam, calm down. Everybody should relax. We are not here for a fight. We are just here for one particular goal.
Already ruined my life. He's not living here.
Oh yeah, calm
He
down.
must marry me.
Calm down. I'm coming, Pastor. Please, we are here just for one goal, and that goal is just to find out the truth. Eh? So please, everybody should just relax. Pastor, Pastor, to cut all this story short,
I told you one day your couple.
I have never heard of a pastor having counseling or having whatsoever in a hotel with his member or his or her member. Pastor, I'm coming.
Hold on. No. I have to correct.
No, you don't need to correct me. Calm down.
Okay.
Pastor, calm down. I'm coming.
You need to see
So I have never heard that. And I have never heard that God said that a pastor should sleep with the member because the member is looking for a child. I have never heard that. I have never. What?
Listen. That's you said you have never heard.
Yes.
And true, you cannot hear such thing because pastors doesn't do that. All right, we don't do that. And let me say this for the clear of everything. Let me say this: if you think you have a problem with me, I believe because when you see people that gather to bring you down, except God is not on the throne that they can bring me down, but they cannot because they are nothing. But if they feel that they have any issues with me,
bring you down.
I believe there is a law.
Everything in me.
Yes,
I will.
there's a law in this land.
You believe there is a law in
There's a law in this land.
Okay.
So what are you trying to tell us?
If they have any issue with me, they should invite the law.
Very good.
Because I don't have, I don't know what these people are saying. I never did anything wrong with them. As of the one that's saying I slept with her, never has it happened.
Oh, really?
You are telling
Never, I said,
You don't
never
know me
had
again.
it happened.
Hey,
like you are telling me that if I bring
I am
something,
not
man is pushing
like
you.
telling you, I am saying this and I'm telling you the
calm
truth.
down. Everybody should calm
Nothing
down.
has ever happened.
Pastor, if I bring something for you to swear here and now, are you going to swear that you have never had anything to do, that you have never slept with this lady here?
Except you bring something I don't believe in. I believe in the Bible. I believe in God. If you bring Bible and pastors doesn't swear, please.
Pastor doesn't swear.
Yeah.
But you take money. You take our money. You are telling me to bring the law into this, Okoya. That's what you are telling me.
Calm
If
down.
we got any nigga watch here, I'm telling
Calm
you,
down, relax.
all this money that you've taken from me, you pay for every single dime. I promise you that.
Ekene, calm down.
Look at what this man is doing here. Telling me all
yeah.
sorts of
Thank
lies
Yeah,
here.
calm down.
Hi.
Calm down, Ekene. Relax. Relax. Everybody should calm down. Yeah?
Now when you never
Everybody should calm down. Everybody should relax. Pastor, listen to
my
me.
brother, listen. If you feel that I have your money and you feel that I harmed you or I did you of anything, you can. We see in the court of law.
For real?
Yes.
and I'm not your brother.
Pastor, and I'm coming. Calm
This man will
down.
not live here.
Calm
You will
down.
not go out. Oh.
Relax.
Don't worry.
Pastor,
I'm
and I
serious,
tell you
I'm
the
serious,
gospel
yeah.
truth that if I take you to court, you will not go scot-free. I don't know what is giving you the
You
ego.
cannot.
I
you
don't know
cannot
what.
tell me the gospel because the gospel truth I'm telling you here is that nothing as such happened.
Relax,
If
I'm
anybody
coming.
have any problem with
Me,
me,
I'm
we see at the
not
court of
going to
law. That's all I have to say.
For
Thank
real?
you.
You can go to
Yeah,
court.
thank
Me,
you.
I'm not going to court. I'm pregnant.
Okay,
What are
okay.
you going to do about my pregnancy? I've been busy remove every small thing you tell me to remove. You sometimes you use your hand and get me the pills. Now what do you want me to do?
of God to curse you.
Who is the man of God? You are not a man
If
of
I
God.
curse you, if I curse you, nobody will ever remove that curse from you.
know God. Keep
Don't
quiet.
allow me
You
to
are-
curse
You already cursed. You already cursed.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
family is cursed.
Oh,
Your
yeah, calm
generation
down.
is cursed. You're a very wicked man.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
not a good person.
Oh, yeah, it's enough. It's enough. I think it's high time we bring Sia into this very issue because this very issue is getting out of hand. The pastor is saying that he did not brainwash these people. He did not do them, that whatever they did willingly. Fine, good. Sia said it that the young man, that whatever he give to, even the young man said it that he gave that thing with his clear eyes. But the pastor used the brainwash process to do this thing to them, which is not good. Yes, brainwashing people to take what they have is not good in any form. Any way you want to qualify it, it is not good. And the pastor is telling us right now that if we want that we should go to court, that is ready, that there is law guiding this country. Yeah? The woman says she's ready. The young man says he's ready. The pregnant lady here says she's equally ready, that the pastor is not living here. You know, I don't know if it is God that called this pastor or the pastor called God. But yes, but all okay. So, but no problem. I want to bring Sia into this very issue. Let's hear what Sia has to say concerning this very thing. But pastor, let me tell you, my Sia has a way of making people to confess to their sin. He has a way of making people own up to their crime. Yes, I'm still calling you pastor for a reason. If not, I will remove the pastor from your name. It is better you tell us the truth and refund everything you've taken from these people. Because if you refused and my seer looked into this thing and find out that you are lying to us, this thing will not be funny at all. You have to refund everything you corrected from these people.
Listen, what I wouldn't take is an insult by you saying you will remove a pastor from my name. That is my title. First. Secondly, I did not do or take anything from anybody. So you telling me to refund what exactly? You tell me.
Refund their cars,
My car, my
their
land.
money,
And which
their
cars?
land.
Which cars?
But how can you tell your member that he should use his land to sow a seed? That you should
Because
expand?
that is exactly the vision. That is exactly the prophecy.
But you are saying
Wait,
that
I'm
it's
coming.
not
Just calm
anything.
down. Listen, I'm coming. But he told him that in the vision that they said in 2 months' time or 3 months' time that you're going to have that land times 10. So why didn't it come to pass?
And I told him there is a process which he didn't follow.
Which process?
How can you give somebody there's something I said. I said faith without work is death. My brother, I told you, it's just like somebody said you will become a policeman in future. And you have not gotten those
Pastor,
things.
I heard all that.
So
Ekene, is there any process that this pastor gave to you that he did not?
He gave me fake prophecies.
Is there any process?
Fake promises.
He didn't give you any process.
Nothing. He just told me that I should go, that God would work it out for me.
like I said,
Mrs. Gladys, what about you? Is there any process?
I don't even have anything to say to this man because everything he's saying here is all. It's obvious they're all lies. They are all lies. So as he said, let's go to court. Let us go to court.
All right, no problem.
I will also drag
they
this
have
man.
gathered.
I will
They have
drag
gathered.
you. You see this car? I
surely
will
the Bible
drag you.
said 10,000 will fall by your
I will
right hand
drag you.
and 10,000 by your left hand,
Somebody
and
will-
they will not do anything.
Pastor, calm down. Everybody
know
should
God.
calm down. Pastor, step
You
a
want to
little
plan
back.
something in me after sleeping with me, you tell me go, it's done.
Can you imagine?
Keep deceiving yourself.
Calm down. Everybody
I
should
will
calm
drag
down.
you tire.
Everybody should relax. Ekene,
My
calm
brother,
down.
you cannot drag
Mrs.
who God
Grad.
has
I'm not your
anointed.
brother.
No, you're my brother.
Because I have my evidence,
Calm
so I
down.
have.
Calm down.
He thinks I don't have proofs. I have proofs.
Calm down. I'm
So
coming.
I told him
com-
I'm going to post him everywhere.
Sister, relax. I'm coming. Calm down. Please, I beg all of you. I want to bring Sia into this very issue. Let's hear what Sia has to say. I want to hear from the Sia. Let me know if this man is actually lying to us or is saying the truth. Sia, ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Biko, ya bụ onye ozi Chukwu isi m mee ka ọ bịa ebe a. Ọ bịagokwe m wee kọrịa ihe niile nwata nwoke a kwu na ụmụ nwaanyị na-ebe a kwugasị gbanyere ya, wee jụọ ya ka ihe o wee ikwu na ya bụ ihe. Ọ sị m na ihe niile ndị a kwuru ebe a nọ asị na o nwere ihe dị otu ahụ. M wee gwakwa ya na onye ọfụ ụzọ m bụ si ya sị na ọ isi ka ọ sarụ ndị a wee nakọ ihe niile ha wee. O wee sị m ka onye egwusi ya mụ ya ihe wa. M wee kọwara ya onye ịbụ. O wee sị m ka ọ gwa m na Chineke wee ka o si eme ihe, ka o si ezi ndị na-agara ozi na ozie ya bụ ozi ha ezie ya ka esi wee zie ya, and na o wee usoro ya bụ ozi ga-ezi wee bịa na mmezu. Mana ọ gwara ndị a n'ebe a ka ha ga-esi mee ya bụ ihe ha emeri otu ahụ, ha hapụ ihe asị ha ma emewe ihe ọzọ. Nọọ ya mee na amụma o bu n'isi ha abịarọ na mmezu. N'igbu ya bụ ihe nkenke, m wee sị na ọ bụ na o meri ihe n'isi ndị a, na ndị a ihe niile a yere na ọcha, kezi maka ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị ọ nọ na-edina nke dị ya ime ugbu a, na aka maka ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị na onye nke aha na-asịkwa asị ọ gịnị. Ọ sị m na ihe dị otu ahụ emenube na o nwere ihe dị otu ahụ. N'igbukwa ya bụ okwu nkenke, ọ sị m na ya bụ ndị chee n'obi ha na o megide ha, ọ na o zuru ha ori, ọ na ọ napụrụ iyi ha n'anwụwụ, na-ewe iwu na-echekwaba obodo anyị na ha gaa na ndị ọkaikpe kpọọ ya ikpe, na ọ ga-abịa ebe ahụ wee zọpụta onwe ya, wee kwupụta ọnụ ya. Wee gwakwa ya maka gị na iwepụ ụzọ isi eme mmadụ okwu eziokwu na ihe ndị ọzọ, ọ ka na-esi ya bụ ọnwụ. Na ebe ọbụla a chọrọ ịga ka anyị gaa, nsị ya na ọ ga-ebute iyi ebe a na ọ ga-anwụ ya bụ iyi, ọ sị m na o nwere ihe dịka iyi ọ ga-anwụ ebe a. Wee sị ka m bubata gị na ya bụ okwu ka ị gwagodo anyị n'eziokwu n'ihe ya bụ onye ozi Chukwu, ịkpọrọ onwe ya onye ozi Chukwu na-ekwu ebe a, eziokwu ka asị ka ọ na-asịrị anyị, ịgwazi anyị ka anyị ga-esi gaa ya bụ ije na oge adịrọzi. Ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Okay, Sia wants to say something. Sia, biko gaa n'iru gwa m ihe ị chọrọ ikwu, ana m ege ntị.
Amarọ m ka isi wee tụ n'uche na ya bụ nwoke bi ebe a o kwete n'ihe niile ikwu, ebe ọ ma na ihe niile o mee bụ ajọ ihe, bụrụkwazi alụ.
Sia said, I do not know why I think that this said pastor, this self-claimed pastor, will come to this place and accept everything I said, and I didn't say that everything we said here is nothing but the truth, when he fully know that what he did is very bad and also an abominable thing. See, ana m ege ntị ihe na-ekwu.
Maka na ya bụ nwoke jikwa afa Chukwu okike wee na egwu ndị mmadụ wayo na analofa ngwongwo fa.
Sia said because this said acclaimed man of God, he's using the name of God to steal from his members, from people. From people. Sia na manu ihe na-ekwu.
Mana dịka nya bụ okwu si wee dị, nya bụ okwu ejebego ụzọ ọzọ.
Okay.
Mana ofu ihe nya bụ nwoke kwu dị m obi mma bụ na ọ sị na enwelu ndị ọkaikpe. Na ihe na-agwa ndị a niile bịara ebe a bụ na ha welu nya bụ ikpe, nya bụ okwu jee n'aka ndị ọ bụ ọlụfa idozi okwu na ịka ikpe n'obodo a.
Okay. Sia said, just as he's saying that this issue is going to another dimension, he's taking another route. But what he's going to advise these people that brought this issue to us is that they should take this matter to the court. They should take it to the police. Yes, let this man be charged. Let him be charged so that they will regain or they will recover everything they have given to this said self-called man of God. Si ana manu ihe na-ekwu.
Ọzọ dịka ibia bụ na ha kwadokwa ọfụma wee na-eje nya bụ okwu, jide ihe gosi nụ na nwoke a mere ife niile a ha kwuru.
Sia said, you people should prepare very well when embarking on this journey. Have your evidences with you. You have your evidence?
Of course I do.
All the transaction, all the transfers, right? All my conversation with him, I have everything.
What about you?
I have all my chats with him.
So-
All the conversation I had with him is on
Okay.
my phone.
Sia said that you people should go with this evidence to the police station, to prove that what you people are saying is nothing but the truth. Sia na manu ihe na-ekwu.
Maka na n'ụlọ ikpe
Mhm.
anarọkwa eme ife mmụọ na ụkwa ihe eji bịa ka eji ekpe ikpe, ọgwụ ka ọra m n'ọnụ.
Okay, he said because in the court of law, in the police station, they don't believe in anything spiritual. that this person did this thing to me spiritually, is diabolical or whatsoever, that they do not believe in that. That what they believe in is in your evidence, what they can see, what you brought to them as an evidence. That's what they believe in. He said that that is all he has to say concerning this very issue. Pastor, you said we should take this issue to the court, right?
You heard me.
I heard you.
You heard me.
So you don't want to surrender everything you've collected from these people
So
to them?
when you say you don't want to surrender, what exactly?
Pastor, I know why I'm saying this thing. For your own benefit,
Like I
it
said.
will rule your ministry.
Like
Is
I
it the name
said.
of your ministry?
No. It cannot rule the name of my ministry. Who God has called has no fear.
Nobody called
Like I
you.
said, if you feel you have any problem with me, you go to court.
For real.
I am done. Thank you.
Like, seriously.
Or you called yourself, or the devil called you.
All right, no problem. People, you guys have heard this very
You can't
issue.
just destroy my home and just... No. You can't do that.
No
I
problem.
will drag you down till the last. I will recover everything I gave to you.
Who God has called,
Till then.
no man can cause.
Okay.
How funny can this
who
man be?
got
Just,
that called?
just calm down. Please,
No, maybe it's
please,
because
this
we
is
kept
not your
quiet,
ministry.
because we are
Just
trying
calm
to hold
down.
ourselves here.
Relax,
This man will not
Oga.
live here.
This is not your ministry. You don't need to sing
This
here.
man will not live here.
You said we should meet in court,
He has
and I'm telling you the gospel truth.
You want me
I'm
to
going
go and
to,
remove this one? Do you know if I still have anyone left in my womb?
I'm going to be behind these
I will not try
people,
to.
because my seer has just said it that you just
He's a
rob,
psychopath.
you
A
just
psychopath pastor.
you just rob these people of their belongings, of their
Trust my
properties.
business.
So I'm going to stand by them to the last of this. And if you believe you have connection, this one you are saying court of law. That means maybe you have people there that you believe that can
Nobody
cover
is
you up.
above the law.
But I'm telling you that I
Everything
will
he has.
stand by these people to the last of this very issue.
Thank you so much.
I hate it so much when somebody use the name of God to steal from people. If you're saying a native doctor, they do this thing. I know go talk about them because of saying a native doctor. You know they call God. But you call yourself a man of God. Why? See, listen to me. This is the reason why God said that my judgment will start from the house of God. Because in the church, in some churches, that is where abominable things are happening. This is the same reason why so many of us are no longer going to church, because of fake people like this that called God, not people God called. They just use themselves, give themselves title, and call themselves
to
God.
be extorting
If not, how can you be extorting money, cars, property from your members, and you call it prophecy? How?
Promises.
But no problem. Without wasting anybody's time, I'm coming to an end of this very program. Sia has given us the instructions. Sia has told them on what to do. Brother, sisters, that is what you people are going to do. And I am strongly behind you people. We know his church. We know his name, and I also know the name of his church. So there is no two ways about it. We'll bring him to book. Since he said we should go to court, we will go to court. We will meet there. Yet. So people, without wasting anybody's time, I want you to go to the comment section and tell me what you feel concerning this very issue. But as you are commenting, comment respectfully. Don't forget to like and share after watching, and above all, subscribe to stay updated. As you continue to follow Skit Law Comedy to stay updated, as you continue to be a loyal and faithful fan, may God bless you now and always. Amen. Now, you don't watch this very program and you enjoy it. You learned something from it. Please, let's be careful. Let's mind the path we trade. Let's mind where we step our foot into in the name of worshiping God. Because many of them are those people who called God and not the people God called. So please, let's be careful, so that you will not fall victim just like these young people here fell victim. This one is pregnant for the said pastor. This one has given the money and the car her husband gave to her to the pastor. This one has become nobody just because of this very pastor. Please don't fall a victim of fake churches, fake pastors. I beg you in the name of God. So click on the share button and share this video. And as you are doing so, do not forget that we live in a cold world where best friend by best friend, where loved one by loved one, where those you trust so much betrays you. Do not forget that we live in a cold world where it is better to dine and wine with the enemy than to keep yourself to that bosom friend who will end up to buy you tomorrow. Yes, even the Bible said so. Because now who know man, now him they buy man. Please do not misunderstand me and do not misquote me. Rather, click on the share button right now and share this video as many times as you can. And as you do so, oga adịrị gị mma n'eke, oga adịrị gị mma n'orie, oga adịrị gị mma n'afọ, oga adịrịrị gị mma na nkwọ. Ise.